International help.
This is what now at MI.
Dude, it's LP.
This is what now at Lost Paradise. Sorry for the confusion.
No one cares.
Is MI Miami Island? Monkey Island, oh yeah.
And in Moscow, Russian President Dmitry Medvedev is concerned about indiscriminate use of force. Meeting with Medvedev, U.S. Defense Secretary rejected the criticism.
The vast majority, if not nearly all, civilian casualties have been inflicted by Gaddafi. Most of our targets, virtually all of our targets, are isolated, non-populated.
Just record. You're making the video bad.
I've coffeed.
Taking at face value Gaddafi about the number of civilian casualties, which, as far as I'm concerned, is just outright lies.
Both Russia and China called today for a ceasefire in Libya. Meanwhile, Spain and the Arab state of Qatar joined the coalition. And France called for a new steering committee working outside NATO to cease military operations. That will get around the divisions that have opened up within the
And we're joined now by Ambassador Ali Suleiman Aujali. He was once Gaddafi's envoy to Washington, but denounced the Libyan leader after violence first broke out. He now maintains close communication with the opposition based in Benghazi. And welcome to you. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
I want to ask you first about some late-breaking news. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, apparently in an interview with ABC, said that she's hearing that Gaddafi may be exploring some exile options, although this is unconfirmed. Do you know much? Do you know anything about this?
Well, I hope so, but people don't know Gaddafi very well. That's maybe the last option. I never expect Gaddafi that he will leave the country alive.
You don't expect that?
I don't expect. I think Gaddafi has no place to go, and I don't think that he will be permit himself to be handled by the International Criminal Court of Justice. That is a very humiliation for him. I think he would maybe has to face a destiny. And if he agrees to leave Libya, I think this is the best thing he did in his own life, for his life, and for the life of the people.
Let me ask you, in these reports we're seeing, it does appear that his forces they continue to be on the offensive, at least in some areas. What are the sources that you talk to in Libya? What are they telling you about how effective the bombing campaign has been?
Oh, the bombing is very effective. No Saturday, if the coalition did not hit the convoy of the tankers heading to Benghazi, I can assure to you between 100 and 150,000 lives will be lost. And you can see the change of power now. You see the situation completely changed. Now the Indonesians, they are marching toward the west. Now they are close to
Not as much.
Libya. And the
sniping,
target, which now have to be hit, where surrounding
fine.
Zintan. This city, they are under the siege of Gaddafi. Now some of his forces, they are inside the cities. The snipers are there, and the people are suffering for the last 3 weeks. Something has to be done to break the siege again around these cities.
But is there a command structure in place? Is there an organization in place among the opposition forces that can capitalize on whatever openings come from the bombing?
Well, of course, that will be no problem. As far as we break the siege, then the people will come out and they will share. They will come together to stop the Gaddafi's forces from surrounding the cities, and they will open all the exit of the city, and they can move ahead.
But even to break the siege requires some command structure, some coordination of forces that are sometimes referred to as ragtag.
I think these two cities, they need the help from outside. The people that are resisting the Gaddafi forces, not to let them inside the city. If we get inside the cities, these forces, they will miss nobody they catch or they capture.
What kind of help from outside?
I think we need the coalition. They need to hit the forces of Gaddafi outside of these cities. They have to discriminate, of course, between the friend and the enemy. And unfortunately, the regime forces now they're taking human shield from the neighboring villages to bring them to enter Mizrah.
The U.S., of course, throughout has said there'll be no troops on the ground in the terminology. Have you asked for that? Do you foresee some circumstance where even smaller special forces or some kind of foreign forces could be called upon or needed?
Well, I think, I believe this is was very clear from the beginning, that I think if we have foreign forces in Libya, so that will be a problem not only for the Libyan, but it will be a problem for the population. There are so many,
6 minutes, 25 seconds.
so many people, they have a different idea of the intervention of the international forces, even we ask for it. I think maybe for the special operation that something can be done quickly and leave the soil, that maybe can be negotiable. And I think this is
Smaller special operation?
I think this is maybe required, and I think this is have to be decided by the council, the internal council of Libya. But I think as far as there is no regular troops taking part in the fighting, that is my concern.
Now, as you know, in this country, one of the continuing questions here has been, who exactly are we helping? Who makes up the opposition? I saw a quote from former U.S. diplomat Nicholas Burns, who put it quite bluntly. He says, we have to recognize this situation for what it really is, the first time in American history when we have used our military power to prop up and possibly put in power a group of people we literally do not know.
Well, I tell my friend Nick Burns, you are helping ordinary Libyan people. You are helping the people who raise against the regime.
Shoot.
They are doctors, they are professors, they are students, they are workers, they are all the kind of the Libyan population they are there. You are not helping